For today's portrait, I'm trying out a supply that really should be part of my standard supplies for dry brushing, and that is cold pressed paper. Now this paper is recommended, or this type of paper, let's say, is recommended by other dry brush artists because it does have a little bit of a grain that makes it so that the oil paint, when you apply it, kind of hides little flaws, so to speak, because it is uneven everywhere. And that is a little bit of the problem of the hot pressed paper that I usually use. Little mistakes are very, very visible, and I was kind of hoping that the cold pressed paper would camouflage the little unevenness that I produce while dry brushing. So that's why I wanted to try it out. I've been wanting to try it out for a really long time. I did use rough textured watercolor paper for dry brushing before, and I really liked that it did just that. It kind of hid the little mistakes pretty well, but it was hard to get details in. So I'm kind of hoping that the cold pressed paper with a little bit of texture is the best of both worlds. So that's why I wanted to try it out. A little bit about the subject matter. It's a self-portrait because every artist kind of has to do one at some point, and so that's what I wanted to do today. The photo I used as reference wasn't ideal as a reference, which I found out during the process, but it's still okay. It still worked out. So my conclusion on the cold pressed paper, yeah, it really works well. I think I really like it for dry brushing. I really don't know if this type of paper specifically is awesome for watercolor. I haven't used it yet for that. But for dry brushing, it's really, really good. And I do feel that you can, that the application is slightly uneven everywhere, which kind of makes it look even when you look at it from afar. So that's really nice. The only thing that I did not like completely is that if you want to erase or lighten up larger areas with your kneaded eraser, if you press lightly on it, you get a little bit more of an unevenness just because the oil paint, sits on the top of the grains, but also in between the grains. So you kind of have to, get all of these mountains and valleys, you have to remove the oil paint from there. So when you erase, you can get a little bit of an unevenness. So that's something to look out for. And that's all. But otherwise, I think it's really, really good for dry brushing, and I will surely use it again. And that's pretty much all I've got to say for today. I'll let you watch the rest in peace. I hope you enjoy. Bye.